Yo, here's what I gotta say. We're gonna do like a little Knicks Celtics post game show all day long. I've been hype. I've been waiting for these new look Knicks. Cat, Mikal Bridges. The rookies. The usual suspects. The new look Knicks. How they gonna look? They're gonna go. They're going against the defending champions, right? You knew it wasn't going to be no easy task, especially going up in Boston, the ring ceremony. You seen Paul Pierce there, Kevin Garnett, all the old Celtics out. So, they was having a party at our expense. But all day long, I'm hype. I'm like, it's Knicks time. My Giants got beat up. My Jets got beat up. My Mets lost. Shout out to the Yankees. They're in it. You know what I'm saying? They hold New York down. And shout out to the Liberty. They won or whatever. But just, if you're a New York sports fan, especially if you're a Mets, Jets, Giants, Knicks, man, we took a beating this week, man, a super beating, and it was capped off tonight by the season opener of the Knicks and Celtics, man. And I'm trying to take notes during the game, and after a while, I just stopped. I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. Fuck the notes. Here's the only thing I need to fucking tell you. We got smacked. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, Celtics break the NBA record for the most three-pointers.
They didn't break it. They didn't break it.
I thought they broke it, yeah.
No, they broke their franchise record.
Their franchise record.
They tied the NBA record.
They tied it. My bad. Yeah, my bad. They tied it.
Anything more than they don't
give them any more. Yeah.
And we'll get into it. Good.
They tied the record. Man, coming into this game, and I'm gonna pass it off quick tonight. Coming into this game, the Knicks, they didn't look exceptionally good. I know that their record was decent in preseason. Bridges, you're hearing about him changing his shot. His shot looked broken early. He came on a little bit towards the end. We'll talk about that in a minute. Not sure why he's changing the mechanics of his shot, but that's not an easy thing to do and just jump into a season. You know what I'm saying? A couple of years ago, what's the ball? What LeVar Ball? What's the kid's name? Not LaMelo. Who's the other one? The first one. Lonzo Ball, he changed his shot. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to change your form, and it's years of muscle memory. You know what I mean? So to change your form is it's not easy. But he changes his shot did look broken, but they come into this game, they look cold, they look disjointed, they didn't look like they had any chemistry. They couldn't push the Celtics off that 3-point line. Jason Tatum was doing them dirty today. You know what I'm saying? We heard about the whole we know about the whole DMPs in the Olympics, and the narrative is he's gonna take it out on the league. I don't know why you want to take it out on the Knicks, nigga. Steve Kerr did that shit to you, not fucking Thibodeau, nigga. But anyway, he got busy, but he was unstoppable tonight. No Porzingis. They just looked flat, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them had good stretches. I'll come back with my analysis of the game. Q, let me go to you first, man. You were thoroughly disgusted. I believe you turned the game off at the end, at third quarter, whatever it is. And we'll talk a little bit about stats. Knicks shot well. They shot like in third quarter, they were shooting like 55% from the field or some shit, and he was still down by like almost 30. Celtics was lights out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Beating them to the rebounds. We saw a little bit of Bacone Daddy yet. I was shocked that we saw him early. Jericho Sims, we very, very slim at the 5 right now. That's very worrisome. I don't like Sims in there. Sims doesn't look like he knows what he's doing at all. But your assessment of tonight's ass whooping that the Knicks took, man.
It looks like a new team. It looks like it's going to take some time. Like the preseason is just going to be the preseason, but they definitely looked horrible. One of the big things that we fixed last year was take away the 3-pointers from these teams, and obviously we were like back at the drawing board. They shot 18 more 3-pointers than us. Like, how the hell? You know how comfortable you have to be as a team to shoot 61 3-pointers in a game? That's vicious.
Saying couldn't defend the pick and roll. Yeah, go ahead.
You can't. They were not defending the pick and roll. There was nobody out there defending all, and they didn't even have. And what's scary is that they didn't even have Porzingis. And now we lost Precious for the next 2 to 4 weeks with a hamstring that potentially could linger all season. We're already slim at the 5. Now what? Potentially we're gonna be slim at the 4. Now we're gonna have to start playing all these rookies like Daddier and you know,
Huck
and that
Porty.
position and Huck Porty, you know what I mean? Like they're only going to be able to do so much unless like we get a brush upon greatness and miraculous miracles that the Knicks will never probably ever happen to any New York team, because we just don't have the luck of the Irish. And it looked very dismal. It looked like they didn't know what they was doing. The passes, we had way too many turnovers. Like what happened to the aggressive defense? The Celtics only turned the ball over.
Yeah, where's the grit?
The Celtics only turned the ball over 3 times. Like there was no pressure. Like I don't know if this is like the beginning stages of the jitters or whatever it is. It is a different team. There's new players now that are there, but they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out soon, because if we're not going to be able to, if this is how we're going to be playing the Celtics all year, we're in for a room full of hurt, and it's just disgusting to see right now on the performance that they did today.
Indeed. I got so much to say. Preem, let me just shoot it to you real quick. You stuck it out to the end, you know what I'm saying? You say, yo, I got you got to be a true analyst, got to be professional, you know what I'm saying? I respect that, you know what I'm saying? Q tapped that. I ain't mad at you either, but you know, what's your thoughts?
I watched it whistle to whistle, right? And and it was hard to watch. But what I'm gonna say is this, right? And I'm a Knicks fan. Like I watched it with one of my boys. Y'all know Ra, you know what I'm saying? I watched it with Ra, you know, on FaceTime because he's you know in New York with y'all. But I watched it with him, and he gets angry fast. Like he's short fuse with these guys, right? And that's okay, you know. But what he does to himself is he drives himself mad because he doesn't understand, or maybe he does, he doesn't care. It's one fucking game. It's a ring ceremony against the world champions, right? There's a lot of energy in that fucking building. They had every Celtic that you could possibly imagine in that goddamn building tonight. They walked out fucking Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and punk ass Paul Pierce. Yeah, punk right? They walked them out like these guys won 7 rings. They won 1. They won one fucking ring. And listen to me. That's not to diminish what they did, right? Because I'm a big KG fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not to diminish. It takes a lot to win a ring, right? So they won a ring, but they walked them out like they were fucking Michael Jordan six-time champions. Like they walked, it was so crazy. The energy in Boston was absolutely bananas. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like that's easy to overcome. Yeah. You're walking in there with how many new Knicks, right? Like it's a tough fucking pill to swallow. Now, granted, we didn't get any justice on our side because the fucking Celtics were shooting unconscious. Right. We didn't think that they would be able to sustain that type of 3-point shooting. Crazy. And the unfortunate part of it was they never shot themselves out of the game. They just the shit did not stop. I said, yo, there's no way. After quarter number 1, I said, there's no way they can stay this hot. Quarter number 2 was even worse. I said, there's no way they can stay this high. No way. Quarter number 3, they came out, they went 7 of 8 to start the fucking quarter. I said, how is this possible?
Raining.
And the onslaught continued, right? They finished with 29. They tied the record with the 2020 Bucks. They actually tried to break it, and then it got to the end and they showed class. They showed grace, right? They didn't just like jack up threes at the end. They actually held the basketball.
Yeah, Bush didn't do no Bush League shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it showed class. But I want people to understand, and I don't want to, get like lately, because I spend a lot of time with you now, Cash. I'm a window jumper, right? Like I'll start. Next thing you know, the window's up and I'm out, right? My neighbors had to tuck me back in. My fucking neighbors were like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck is going on?"
What's this dude doing?
They had to scrape me up off the lawn and tuck me back up into the fucking house about a week ago.
I've been there.
Over the Jets, right?
Yeah,
so I'm trying to get my shit together and I'm trying to back it down. This was a rough week. Like, it was a rough fucking week, right?
Facts.
Before I go any further, I want to shout out to fucking Liberty. Thank you for giving me something to feel good about as far as the just New York sports in general. Yep. So shout out to them. They absolutely came out. They crushed it all year. People going to talk about that bullshit fucking play at the end of the game. I don't give a fuck. We deserved that win. Those ladies deserved that win. They played their fucking hearts out. They deserved every single fucking shout out and call that went their way. We have had whistles blown against New York forever. We have been on the opposite side of that shit forever. And the jinx was broken for a second, just for a second, to give our New York Liberty, the queens of fucking New York, the opportunity and the honor to fucking represent us and make shit right again and make it whole.
Well said.
So shout out to those ladies. Peace and love to y'all. Matter of fact, I wish I had another. Matter of fact, fuck that.
Take a shot for him.
We're gonna break code real quick. I apologize in advance.
Do it.
Anybody
Do
that's
it.
watching,
Yeah, they deserve a shot. Real talk.
They're gonna get the love and respect that they
no
deserve.
question
This
about
is
it.
for them. Yo, shout out to y'all queens. Yo, keep rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? We expect y'all to do it again. Don't do it once, because now we fucking now that we know you can do it, we expect it to happen again.
We need that done.
And we're spoiled and fickle as New Yorkers. So
Word
don't
up.
walk around and be last place next year. We expect y'all to do it again. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the championship.
Real talk.
Peace.
Look to the ladies, the queens.
And with that, I'll kick it back to you, Cash. My apology for being long-winded. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you good.
I know how I get.